Hello, Captains. This is Kent again, and welcome to the Flight Show. Well, I know, it's been a while since I've posted, and I'm sorry, but it's been a very, very busy last part of the summer before the semester started, and it was just something had to give, and I just didn't have the time. But I really appreciate that even though I hadn't posted anything in about a month, no, I don't think maybe it hasn't been a full month, but it's been at least 3 weeks. You've been leaving very positive comments and having nice dialogues on the page, and I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get my schedule together so that I can, start posting more regularly. But all I can say is how much I appreciate you all still supporting the channel, and I intend to be putting some interesting content up. So to commemorate being back and following along in the pilot's life, as you know, I've been, working with. I've been working with United Airlines. I left Lufthansa, and I'm going to be now doing a flight from Chicago O'Hare to Ottawa McDonald Cartier. I think I'm pronouncing that. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. International Airport. So let's just get started. Okay, so we're going to start from a cold and dark position. I'm not necessarily going to record everything in terms of the flows and the checklists in the interest of time, but I definitely want to have a fun flight that we can all enjoy. By the way, I just have to say that I got a hold of the new 2019 colors for United. Kind of cool. So that'll be our livery for this flight. Alright, so let's just get our thing going. And say run.
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Alright, we are doing big things, and we have stuff to do, so let me get out my procedures, and I'll take you through a little bit of the beginning stuff. So I hope everyone's been well. I'm talking to you stalling while I find my book. Yeah, I know. But I hope everyone's been doing well. I have my dedicated followers who always comment on the page. It's a sense of familiarity just to have you there, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so right now we got to do our power up, and the first thing that we need to do, and this is by the captain, so we'll do a battery on. So the battery is on. Verify electric and hydraulics are off, which they are. Verify landing gear is down. It's down. AC power to GPU, the ground power unit. Yeah, we got to get that going. So since we have this, well, did I do the right one? No, I did not. Action, ground connections. The wheels are set. The wheel chocks are set. So what we need is ground power. So let's make that connected. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the flight attendants have just come around to ask if we should board, so I'm going ahead and request boarding. And it's United Airlines. So I thought you might want to check out that part of the procedure. As they are getting ready to do their thing. Excellent. Okay, so it looks like they've gotten all of the baggage handled. That's cool. And I'm going to put this a little bit forward because we'll start our safety checklist at 8 minutes.
Okay, baggage handling is complete and the aircraft is clear.
And we can go ahead and tell them to auto disconnect. Alright, we're ready to rock.
Good day, Captain. The tug is connected now, so we'll be pushing back in just a couple of minutes. Can you please confirm that your parking brake is set?
It's set. Alright, let's have some fun.
We are locking the gear now. The tug is in position, the bypass is inserted, and we are ready to push. Okay, it looks like the apron is clear. Release parking brakes. Pushing now. Clear for engine start.
Start engine 2.
Check. Oil pressure.
Unlocking the gear. Tug is disconnected, Captain, and clear. Bypass pin has been removed.
Start engine 1.
Check.
We now request your full attention as
Clear
the flight
left
attendant
hand right.
demonstrates safety
Disconnecting
features
now.
of the
Have a good
aircraft.
flight. Bye-bye.
When the seatbelt sign illuminates,
Starter
you
cutout.
unfasten your seatbelt. Insert the flat metal clip to the buckle and pull on the loosen strap to tighten it up. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper
Oil
portion
pressure.
of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience
Number 2
turbulence.
stable.
There are several emergency exits on this aircraft, 2 forward, 2 aft, and 2 over each wing. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest you. In some cases, the exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide, which may also be attached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and air pressures are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist that other person. Keep your mask on until an uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, please assume the bracing position. Lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against
Starter
your
cutout.
sides. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or
Number
between
1
the armrests.
stable.
When instructed to do so,
Before
open the
taxi
plastic pouch
checklist.
and remove the vest.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
Are you positive?
To
Row 8.
inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red
What generators are not on?
the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpiece. Use the whistle and light to attract attention. Also, your seat
On.
cushion can be used as a flotation
Anti-ice.
device. Pull the cushion
Off.
from the seat, slip your arms to the straps, and hug the cushion
Off.
to your chest.
Hay pumps.
We remind you
On.
that this is a non-smoking
Air
flight.
conditioning.
Tampering with, disabling,
On.
or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by
On.
law. You will find this and all other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you. We strongly suggest you read it before takeoff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight.
Set and check.
Isolation valve.
Closed.
Double check that, please.
It is.
Start switches.
Auto.
Double check that, please. APU.
Off. Oops. Well, that makes sense. Off.
Recall.
Check.
Flight controls.
Check.
Flaps.
Five required, 5 selected. 5 required, 5 selected. Set and check.
Stabilizer trim.
4.9 units required, 4.9 units set. Set and check.
Start takers.
Idle detent.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Alright, we're ready to go. Clear on the right. Clear on the left.
Clear right.
I do not know why I just mixed that up. I don't know. My other right or my other left. But let's roll. Okay, we're at runway 28 right. So now we're just going to pretend that ATC has told us to line up and wait because we're not using ATC for this flight. Before takeoff, checklist to the line, please.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
5 green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.9 units set.
Takeoff briefing.
Reviewed.
Holding at cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Below the line.
Cabin. Cabin crew. Seats for departure. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Landing and strobes.
On.
Holding at retracts.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Okay. And now the exciting part. Two 828 timing.
Checked. Stabilized. Takeoff thrust set. Indications normal. 80 knots.
And here we go.
V1. V1.
Rotate.
V2.
Gear up.
Positive climb.
If that is not rich autogen scenery, I don't know what is. Okay, so at times like this, I even forget that I'm not talking because I'm so concentrated on flying the flight director. So I hope that just the fact of watching the flight was interesting because I clearly wasn't narrating anything. But flaps 1.
Flight level 350 checked.
Alright. Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up. Flaps up. No lights.
After takeoff checklist.
Stand by. After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization set. Altimeters.
2992 set.
Happy to race the cabin crew.
Okay.
Okay.
2992 set. I guess he's done with that. Let's start again. Not even trying to hear me. Okay, we'll assume that that checklist was completed. And we will turn on the autopilot. Okay, so we can use this opportunity to take a look at the outside. Beautifully rich scenery by Drzewieki, Chicago X, and running smooth AF. Loving it, because it took me a while to pull this off.
Checked.
And we're going to shut you up. There we go. There's the skyline off in the distance. Look at all of that deep, rich autogen scenery. I mean, I think I have it on, if not max, one little nugget under the max. Absolutely loving it. Okay, this is how Prepar3D was supposed to run. What'd you say? Alright. Okay, so I will bring you in when we are at the top of climb. Hello everyone, so we are at cruising altitude. We're at 35,000 feet. And a little over 80 miles from top of descent. Things are looking wonderful up here. The visuals are smooth and beautiful. And our cloud renderings are just awesome. So we'll be preparing for top of descent momentarily, and then we'll be descending into Ottawa, completing yet another mission on our, pilot's life. So looking forward to it. Just thought I'd give you a kind of a look around the aircraft. But I know what we're really looking forward to is how we stick this landing. So our navs are already in. I guess what I'll do is I'll give you a quick show of that. Let's put this on plan. Come down here. Insufficient fuel. I think I was sitting on the ground too long looking at things. I'll have to add a little bit more. We'll just ignore that. But going back to legs, if we step through, as you can see, I'm going to have to zoom this in a little bit. There we go. So as we step through, we will go north of the airport and then come south, and then we'll have vectors, of which we'll just pretend that ATC was going to give us vectors, and then we'll come out past Tidal and then turn back to Texan and have a landing. Now I'm going to need to go on and just cheat and put some fuel in here, because clearly my fuel management was way off. So let's just go ahead and do this. Fuel 3,000. I'm going to give you, this is more than enough, but I'm just going to make it 6,000. There we go. And now we're just using some reserve fuel. I don't know. I'll have to check and see as to why that went awry. But anyway, and move out here. So I will see you a little bit closer to top of descent. Okay, let's discuss our approach brief.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, compliant with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fixed altitude is 270 feet. Decision altitude is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 300 feet. Taxi route in will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. We'll use the APU, but please delay the start until my command as we have a long taxi in. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
Checked.
Okay, see you when it's time to descend. Descent checklist, please.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Landing at 377 feet.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach brief and fuel.
Discussed.
IAS and altitude bugs.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist complete.
Alright, so I need to let them know that we're about to descend. So let's tell everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we'll begin our descent to your destination here in just a moment. On behalf of the flight crew and staff, I wanted to thank you for flying with us today, and I hope that you choose us for all your flying needs in the future. Thank you.
Okay, so we have already set our altitude to 2,700 feet. So it should automatically go into descent once we get to top of descent, which will be in a few minutes. And we will follow a heading of 132 until it is time for us to make our turn towards the runway for our finals. So should be good. And based on the weather, it should be nice scenery as we do it.
Roger.
Okay, so we have now started our descent into Ottawa, Canada. Our engines have now dropped to an idle, and we are starting our descent. So, I don't know how much I'm going to edit out of this. I'll see how much, what I think you might want to see, but once I start to edit the film, it'll become apparent to me.
Checked.
But this is a nice livery. I mean, I might have in my own imagination gone another way, maybe making the entire fuselage the color of the engine, but I still like it. It's jazzy. So, the next
Check.
thing that we will have is when we get to the, I don't want to say it out loud, wait a minute, let me put this on. When we get to the approach checklists, so I'll see you back in a little bit. Alright, it's time for us to go back to our barometric pressure without going standard, which is now 2969. And whoo! Check out those clouds. Alright, I'll bring you back when we're just about 10,000.
Altimeters.
Altimeters 2969 set. Set and cross-check. Oh, it didn't like that, did it? It's gonna come back.
Checked.
Set and cross-check. Let's start again. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Set and cross-check.
Approach aids.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist complete.
Oh, we got a freeze. This tends to happen on approach. I'm gonna have to figure out why this happens. But it's gonna come back. Just don't touch nothing. There we go. Alright, so now I can let up the speed brake, because we have gotten under our 250 knots. And we can go ahead and set our radios. And runway heading. So our ILS should be 1030, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And our course should be 320. Now my aircraft says 320 and electronic flight bag says 321. So I'm just going to go with 321, and we can judge it if it's a little off. But okay, so our ILS, let's just check it out. 1030 is active, and we have our heading set. So we just need to get in alignment for our final. And if I am correct, that is our airport in Ottawa right there. Now, I may just go ahead
Check.
and export this window so that I can have a little bit of a larger look at my flight director as we reach approach. And let's just take a quick look here. So we will, our VREF will be 142. So we should be doing 210 when we get to Ilbu. I don't know how you say that. And
Check.
alright, so everything looks good. And by the time we are at the waypoint FAF, we should be at 1,800 feet and on the glide slope. Looks beautiful.
Checked.
Glad you think so. I'm just going to go ahead and match our heading because after this adjustment, we will stay on a heading of 141 until it's time to turn towards the runway. Alright, I'm going to bring you back when we're ready to turn on to final. Okay, so we are going to, let's do flaps 1. We are going to go out about 10 miles. Not even 10, be more like 5. And then we will turn towards our Texan waypoint. Alright, I think it's fair to say that they would give us our vector to turn now, so let's just go ahead and make this our waypoint. Boom! Oh, we have wing effects. Nice. See that from the outside. This would be the 737FX from Old Prop. That is absolutely beautiful.
Checked.
So they are doing their thing. Select speed, intervene.
Speed, intervene, set.
Set speed 170.
Speed 170, set.
Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Flaps 5.
Tell you, this flap's been irking me. I'm gonna have to just work on its calibration. But that'll do for now. Set speed 160. Okay, we had a brief pause to restart the recording, but now we are going to flaps 15.
Gear down. Gear down. That's fine. And landing checklist to flaps. Yeah, it just doesn't want to work. That's okay. So it'll be my aircraft in just a moment, and I'm going to zoom in a bit. I can see this down here. I'll take this off. We have a 6-degree crosswind that we can definitely manage. No problem. I'll let you all see this. This is a nice clear day, so I can handle it. Why that did not want to work, but that's okay. A little over to the left, if I can correct for that. Give it a little rudder. Nothing too much. Okay, we're going to turn off the auto throttle. So the FS crew kind of tripped out, but
30,
here we go.
20, 10.
Auto brake disarm.
I don't know what that was across the runway, but we're just going to roll with it.
Check.
Manual braking.
Check.
And we'll exit the runway right here. Yeah, the FS crew kind of messed things up in terms of that final checklist, but you know, you just gotta, as in real, you know, aviation, when things don't go as expected, you compensate and you fly the aircraft. And so that's
Check.
what we did.
Check.
So we'll just keep it going. Okay to clean up. Okay to clean up.
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain's resolves the final seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and it is safe for you to move about. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have on board with you.
Flaps
Please
are
use caution
coming
when
up.
placing overhead bins, as heavy articles may shift during flight. We remind you to please wait until you are inside the terminal.
Master caution. Anti-ice associated.
In the designated area. We'd like to thank
Check.
you for joining us on this trip, and we look forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. We hope you have a nice day.
Okay, we'll bring it in. Turn on the APU.
Starting APU.
Yeah, we just have to roll with it sometimes, folks. Yeah, bring down our spoilers. And we're going to bring it into 18. Let's see here. Next. Oh, no. Oh, we'll bring it into 20 since that's a medium. And it's available. it's been a while
APU is
since
available.
Thank you. It's been a while since I've posted. It's been a while since I've flown this aircraft. As you can see, I'm a little rusty, but hey, that's okay. I am not here to be perfect. I'm here to have fun with Flight Simulator and show you how you do. But now, don't get me wrong. I want to get better. In the words of Vince Lombardi, gentlemen, we will pursue perfection, and though we will never catch it, we will achieve excellence along the way. And that's kind of the way I look at it. You just keep doing it, you get better at it, and you have fun in the process, because that's what flight simulation is about. Enjoying yourself, learning about flying. So I apologize for the mistakes, but at the same time, I'm showing off my frame rates. Yeah! Anyway. Alright, we're going to turn in here. That's 18. There's 20. Excellent. Terrible. That's all right. She's like, stop! Alright, we're good. I'll take that. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel.
I spoke too soon. Pumps off.
Are you sure about that?
I lied. They're
Electrical.
not. APU on. On APU.
Fasten belts.
Off. Request deboarding. Off.
Window heat.
Off.
Probe heat.
Off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Electric
Okay,
hydraulic
baggage handling
pumps.
is complete, and the aircraft is clear.
Off.
Voice recorder.
On.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto. Pax auto. Pax auto bleeds on.
Exterior lights.
Steady.
Start switches.
Off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Flaps.
Up, no lights.
Parking brake.
Set.
Start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Transponder.
Standby.
CVR-CB.
In.
Cockpit door.
Unlocked.
Shutdown checklist complete.
Excellent. Did I need to tell you to come over? That's okay. Oh, so these guys don't even do anything. I get it. Well, I really want to thank you for tuning into the flight. Thanks for putting up with the rusty mistakes, but I will be publishing more material very soon. It's been a while, but again, thank you for supporting the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the virtual skies.